What's up, folks? Welcome to episode 2, Causing a Ruckus. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good to see everyone.
1, 2.
Boom, boom. All right, this week we're gonna start comedy of the week. Lucas is gonna, take a whack at that for this week. Should we start with a shot as always?
Lucas. Sorry?
Should we start with a shot as always before the comedy or after? What do you guys think?
I mean, we can change it up. We can do it now. I don't mind.
Let's do it now.
All right, and then you'll do another shot as punishment? Hell yeah, let's do that.
I don't think so. What's everyone?
Cheers.
We gotta talk about
Yeah.
what we're all drinking again. I'm still on vodka. I didn't finish the
I'm
bottle.
still on the same rum
Still.
from last time.
I got lots.
All right. Well,
We're gonna be a little more professional and do shot glasses this time. Maddie?
Real professional.
I'm not this week. Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
Cheers, guys. In preparation
everyone.
to Lucas's terrible joke. Here
Yeah.
we go.
Thank you.
Woo!
And to chase, I'm actually having a vodka smash. I don't know if you guys have ever had this. It's so bomb. What else are you guys drinking?
Carnivore red wine. Got it for Christmas. Trying it out. First shot or first impression's not the best, but it is what it is. I'll leave a review on my Vivino app. But anyways,
I'm drinking tequila and Fruitopia. Did not think it was going to go over well. Surprise, surprise. It's pretty good.
what flavor Fruitopia?
The berry one.
Strawberry.
So,
Strawberry.
Yeah, strawberry.
It has to be strawberry.
No, fruit integration is insane. But anyways,
Is that a flavor name or just what you call it when you have a lot of fruit in there?
Is that like fruit?
That's what it's called. It's purple. It's the purple one. Fruit
Oh, that is the
integration.
best one. 100%.
Yeah.
that's the best
See.
No,
Easily.
Strawberry is the best one.
one. No.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Agree to disagree.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Okay, so I guess joke of the week. Now here's the thing: is that it can be a story. We've agreed that it could be a story, not necessarily a joke. Comedy of the week. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to touch upon a story that happened to me, and some background on the story is one of my exes and I we decided to go on a romantic 5-day getaway on Valentine's Day to Niagara Falls. Now something interesting here is like we've only dated for like a month or two. And we decided, hey, like let's get away from this town. It sucks. Mississauga's actually pretty don't this. And so we went there, no plans. But what we decided is on the way there, let's just check a bunch of Groupon shit and just buy as many things to plan out the days. So we did like a wine tour, fancy dinner on the Skyline Tower, which is a tower that spins around in a circle, gets you all dizzy and shit. Really annoying. Some people think it's cool. I don't. And we ended up spending a buttload of money. Regardless, on at one point we actually did decide to go for a spa day and get facials, even though I could have given her one for free at the hotel room, but it is what it is.
Yowza. Could have given yourself one too.
But Groupon had a 2-for-1, so I mean, like I wanted one too.
You paid another dude for it?
Obviously.
Okay.
What was it supposed
Let me
to
know
do?
next time. I'll give you a discount. Keep going.
Oh, thank you. I could have paid for your Uber there. And we decided then on the last night, we're like, you know what? Like we've done all these adventures, wine tours, expensive dinners, etc. Like let's have a night in. And obviously that meant we're gonna order Burger King and watch Shrek, which was the plan. And it was such a great time. That went downhill really fast. Now there's two parts to this story as to why it's such a shit show. We decided let's go on the balcony and like just check out the view. It's the middle of February. Like it sucks. It's cold outside. So I went out in my boxers and a tank top, and she went out in like boy shorts. I guess that's what it's called, and like a fuzzy vest with just a bra underneath. And so I went out. I was like, hey, like I haven't even checked the balcony yet because we've been out and about so often. Went outside, looked. It's a parking lot. Like wow, what a sick view for a 5-star hotel. She went out and followed me, and she was like, yeah, like this is pretty disappointing. So we go back inside, the door locked behind us, and we were stuck outside in like negative 7,000 degrees. I think it was 7,000 degrees. I couldn't check the forecast. Anyway, so
It's not a meteorologist.
we didn't have our phones on us, so we were like stuck on the 4th floor on this hotel. Luckily, there's a parking lot right underneath us because we like yelling for help, and there was a construction workers, and like we were yelling for 5 minutes, and this one construction worker was like. Like he's like, who the hell's yelling at us? I'm like, you guy in reflective vest, pretty handsome dude. How are you? And like he's like not responding. He's not having any of it. And he finally like sees us and he's like, oh, like yeah, what's up? I'm like, can you get reception to open like room 412 or whatever our room number was? It's like we're stuck outside. And I remember because I was like freezing to death, and she had like this nice fuzzy sweater, and she's like, "Oh, like, are you cold?" I'm like, "Oh man, I'm pretty, I'm pretty good." Like I was like just shivering to death, and so this guy from the lobby comes in and opens the door for us, and he's like, "Oh, thank God you guys found us. Like you guys could have frozen to death." I'm like, "Yeah, like who makes these doors that locked behind us?" And he's like, "Okay, bye." And he just walks and dips. That's part one. It gets worse. Now,
God damn. Okay.
I know it's
Okay.
long. So this is where our relationship I was like, this seems sketchy because I fucked up real good here. We decided to try to put on Netflix, and that was to watch Shrek. So she's giving me the password to Netflix because it's hers. I don't have Netflix. I don't know why I don't have Netflix. Don't judge. Don't
I don't
judge.
either.
Yeah, mooch. And so I'm like, "Okay, like, what's your password?" By the way, she changed it, so don't try to hack into it right now. And she's like, "Oh, it's like I love." I'm like, "Cool, I love." And she's like, "COC." I'm like, "Okay, one second. If your password's I love cock, we have an issue." She's like, "It's I love Coco. It's my dog who died." And I was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm so sorry. And yeah,
You're just like, what a coincidence! I have the same password.
I have the same password, but it's just I love cock. And yeah, that's about it.
That's it.
That's it.
Such an abrupt ending. Car crash.
Yeah.
Yo,
And then we dated. We dated for a lot longer after, and that's it.
That's a no for me, dude. I was the way you hyped up that part one. I thought there was gonna be a lot more to that.
Oh man,
That's just my take.
That was a mediocre for me, but we're gonna give everybody a chance to decide Lucas's fate, whether or not he's doing 2 more shots as punishment for either a lame joke or does he get off free. In the meantime,
lucky dude.
in the meantime, while you guys submit your votes, something that came into my mind the other day at work. My mind's a strange place, but it's something I want to ask you fellas. Would you trade your arms for wings?
Like, so my arms are just gone. I've only got wings.
You've only got wings, but where your arms would be. So you're like a bird. You're like a bird. But no arms, just wings. Would you do it?
And I want to fly away?
You know where your home is?
with my wings. So question. So I can fly with these wings. They're not just wings that just take up space. I'm not a penguin.
No, they're legit wings. You can fly.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna keep my arms.
I don't know, man. I don't know if being able to fly is worth not having arms. I'm gonna say no. I think I'd keep my arms.
Yeah, that's fair. I think part of me wants to keep my arms, but like flying's pretty freaking sick, you know?
So let's think about it this way. What are the pros and cons? Because I'll tell you the pros of gaining wings. You can fly. You know what the cons are? You can't do anything else.
You're literally now a bird.
I mean, you can cool your food faster.
With higher intelligence.
Excuse me, you don't need to buy feather dusters anymore. You could just clean your whole house of all the dust.
That's true.
Or I could just buy a feather duster for $1.
Nah.
And still be able to live my life.
Poor quality. You could. You're not dying with.
Okay,
wings.
you could travel the world. You could travel the world a lot more. Obviously, being able to just go at your free will.
You think you're not gonna make millions of dollars out of endorsements and like Guinness Book of World Records? I don't know if you make money for that, but yeah, you're gonna be a freak show.
Maybe we'll have to get a guest on the show that's a Guinness World Record holder of some kind and ask them what kind of monetization they get out of that.
I feel like someone's gonna have the record for drinking the most Guinness beers and think that's what we meant.
I'll talk to that guy for sure.
Here's the thing. Like, if you're traveling through like the U.S. airspace, let's say, because you're just flying, like, like a fighter jet's like, you know, fly over, they're like, pull over, you know, land your fucking crap.
Pull over.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they say.
Stop your car.
You think they're gonna shoot an angel? You're a freaking angel at that point, man.
Biracial angel.
Why?
Shout out the other guys. Great movie.
Okay. So it looks like Lucas is taking guilty. Yeah, 2 shots to Lucas. Lame joke.
So I have to drink.
No comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. You fucking suck, bro.
Okay.
Back to the throat, baby.
Here, I'll drink with you. Not a shot. I'll just have my drink.
Yeah, can you guys just do one with me, community?
Yeah.
No.
My glass says "Born to Party" with sparkles on it. Which is the glass I grabbed from the cupboard.
Born to party with?
Yeah, that's what it says, dude.
Interesting. So you're not even born to party. Like it's not just partying as in your nature. It's just partying with, like people partying with you. I feel like the
I was
phrasing is
born
weird
to
on
a party.
No,
like born to party is like that's the goal of my life is just to party.
Yeah, but I would have said that, not born to party with.
It doesn't say with.
I thought you said with.
Maddie, the moral of the story is no one wants to party with you, okay?
Born to
Oh,
party.
okay, yeah, that's solid. You said with, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yikes. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is already off to a great start. All right, guys. So this week's topic, we're going to talk about hobbies. We got some questions at the end of the last stream about hobbies. So I guess the best place to start this conversation off is what is a hobby? Like, what do you guys define as a hobby? Can it be anything? Could there be? Can anything be a hobby, or are there things that you couldn't say like, no, that's not a hobby?
Yeah, so that I think like, are we going off of like the proper definition of hobby or what it means to us? I hate.
No, I would say like let's do our fuck Google. Let's just say like what's your interpretation of a hobby?
I think it's something you consistently pass time with as I don't know, maybe just that
as a choice,
time killer.
That's it.
You don't think it's a choice?
No, I'm saying sorry, like something I choose to do and enjoy doing. Like, do you have to enjoy it?
Yeah,
or no?
I would say so. I can't imagine someone having a hobby they don't like. But yeah, I would say it's something you choose, a leisurely activity you choose to pass time that brings you joy. I don't know. That's
like something that, but
definition.
I guess, so would we say that hobby is something that we consistently do?
I don't know. I would say that
like, when does it classify?
You could define your own as a hobby. Like, I feel like you could contest some of the hobbies that I'm going to say are my hobbies.
Let's hear your list then, if you're ready. Because I didn't make a list.
I think we should go one at a time. We'll say one and then go to the next person. Okay. So, number one, I think this is a very easy one for everyone here to guess that knows me. I'm going to say gaming is probably my number one hobby. The one thing I like, this gets brought up a lot about like watching, like they're like, do you watch shows? And I was like, I honestly, if I have free time, I'm going to game because usually I'm doing it with other people. And, I don't, it's not something I can do it by myself, but I'm not really like by myself. So like with especially with COVID, you can't go out and see people. I feel like when I'm gaming, I can hang out with other people and, while not actually being physically with them, I'm still getting kind of the presence of them being around. So that's obviously my number one, and I'm sure that you guys might share that as well to an extent. But I obviously do enjoy that one.
Let me ask you a question there, Matt. What do you say to the people who, I don't want to say condemn, but they kind of look down on adults playing video games? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, fuck you, dog. No, I mean, honestly, it's free time. If it's things that you have to be, if you can enjoy what you do, then fuck what other people think about that.
You know what though? It's usually the people who give hard time to gamers are people who spend just as much time watching movies or TV shows.
That's what I say, and they do that. Like typically, those people may do that by themselves, and I'm like, whereas I'm talking to people that I don't talk to all the time. Gaming has actually reconnected me with some people that I haven't seen or spoken to in a while, and I know some examples. Shout out to Glenn and Sabrina to this, but like they've built these relationships with people that they've gamed with for over 5 years, let's say, that they've never met in person until they were like in Toronto for something and they ended up meeting up. And I think that's like that's like a really cool thing that you wouldn't get from just sitting down and watching your TV shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To dovetail on that too, like people who like to sit and watch TV shows and movies and then like shit on people for gaming, like you sit there, you get into a show and you love it. And let's say it's a movie that's 2.5 hours that you got into. Meanwhile, the video game is, for the most part, just as captivating of a story that could be, let's say, 40 plus hours that is now interactive. So I'm playing with my movie for a much longer time than you're sitting and watching something. So it's engaging. Like, I don't, because I have a controller in my hand makes it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I'm in control of what happens. In a TV show, you have no control over, essentially the plot, which is the same as the game. The game, it's just now you're physically controlling and contributing to what happens. But yeah, that's obviously my number one.
Give me your top 3 games. What are your top 3 games?
All time?
All
Yo,
time.
That's putting me on the spot. I never even thought about that.
Okay, let's say currently. Let's say currently.
Currently, honestly, I'm gonna have to say like it's Warzone just because I play it the most. I fucking hate it sometimes. I'm one of those guys. They call it hot mic where I like bitch out.
Oh
people
my
on the mic.
god, man! And playing with Matt is such a disaster, man. Like every time he dies, it's you're a bad kid.
The kids.
Fuck you. Like it's always like that, or like you're a potato. I don't even know what that means. Like I
That's
guess
a good
you're
guess.
I know Glenn Zabrino too will comment on that because we used to play Rainbow Six together.
Yo,
We used to
Matty
always
gets so
laugh
upset.
at
Like,
that.
yo, like Matty will be having a grand old time. Like we're all laughing, having a good time. He dies like, oh, what the fuck, man? This game is bullshit. Like flip a switch.
It's not to
Like-
that extent. Sometimes I get it heated. The reason is because like I'm confident in my abilities, so when I don't do well, I'm hard on myself. But it's not my fault. It's never my fault. You know what I'm saying?
It's never.
It's
Lag.
it's
The
it's
game
never my
can't
fault.
suck.
It's never my
My
fault.
brightness was down 5%. Anything else?
But that's my take on that. I'll let me think about the top three, and then we'll come back to that. But when you guys give me one of your hobbies, I know, yeah. When you guys go,
Go ahead, Lucas.
I don't know. As like lame as it sounds, other than gaming, because I'm also someone who likes gaming. I just like hanging out with people is something that I would consider a hobby. Like just like shooting the shit with people that you like, have a good time with. Like even just chilling on a call with two other losers and like putting it on a podcast or something is a pretty chill idea. You know what I mean? Pretty chill hobby.
You see, I think you might have saved yourself slightly towards the end in that, like, sure, making podcasts as a hobby, meaning we're not seriously pursuing it, but hanging out with people is 100% not a hobby.
no, what the fuck? No way.
That's some bullshit.
Why not? What? So what makes it not a hobby?
Because it's not
What
like
makes it a hobby?
yeah
That you're consistently doing that, and it's like in captive. Like, it's active. It's like gaming. You get to spend time with people, and you're doing something. Spending time with people
how
could
about
be
this?
like events and stuff.
Let's bring this up to chat. Yo, chat. How about you guys
every
give us a
time.
vote?
Every
Do you
time I say
guys
something,
think?
chat
Do you guys
involved.
think that hanging out with people is a hobby? If so, say yes in chat. We'll get our mod to count that, and then if it's a losing vote, Lucas will take another shot. If it's a winning, if he wins,
I agree.
Louis and I will do the shot. Louis and I will do the
I
shot
agree.
because that's definitely not a fucking hobby.
That's
bro.
not fair.
It's not a
man.
hobby. And
It's
I'll
not an
contest
act-
your point.
ahead,
Let me
go.
contest Lucas's point there, because you said it's the same as gaming because you're doing something. Well, gaming is doing something very specific. By hanging out with people,
So
doesn't
we
mean
could be
hanging out
gaming.
with people could be gaming. Now we need.
Oh no!
I
All
gotta
of them
say-
said no. Okay, whoa. But
So
Chug,
Chad,
chug,
shout out
buddy.
Chad. Shout out to
okay,
Chad.
I will. But we said what are classifications of a hobby? Mine is just doing something consistently, not regarding if it's specific or not.
Okay, so everyone's entitled to their opinions, but you're wrong.
Like smoking a cigarette is a sick hobby too.
Yeah, your opinion sucks, bro.
Idiot. Yeah, enjoy your drink. In the meantime, while your mouth is busy, I guess I'll jump into my.
I hear that often.
I don't know if my top hobby is actually a hobby. Maybe to me, I think it's transcended the point of hobby, and it's like just like passion, and like I'm chasing a career out of it. So I think it's left the realm of hobby.
I should have said that before I said chilling with friends. If I said the exact same sentence beforehand, everyone would be like, "Oh man, that's power to you, man. That's sick.
deep. That's deep.
Hang out with those people."
Passion, that's passion, baby. But no, martial arts for sure. Training martial arts, currently putting all my time into, well, not currently because of COVID, but Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is my thing right now. Love
BJ
it.
for short.
That's it. Chasing a career, hoping to open my own academy one day, but yeah, training martial arts is definitely my number one.
Yeah, that's good. And I think, I don't know if you can transcend as a hobby. If you're very passionate about it, you're just, you're passionate with your hobbies. So, to build off of that, there's a lot of feedback I've heard about monetizing your hobby and how people try to, advise staying away from it because then you lose interest in doing it potentially because you're relying on it to make money. So what do you hearing that kind of feedback? I don't know if you've heard that before. What are your thoughts on continuing to pursue that path?
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. First, I think.
Sorry, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've heard people.
You've
say
heard
that.
that.
That's
No,
not,
for
not
sure.
necessarily my take. Don't
Yeah,
fucking
no, I
put
get
words in my mouth,
your
bud.
the point you're
You
trying.
wanna go me, bro?
I just said I like to train martial arts. You don't want to go, bro. I'll fucking kick your ass.
Keyboard warrior though.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I'd like to figure out the line where hobby becomes profession. Like, can it be both? I don't know. But to your point, I don't know. I've experienced that before because one of my other hobbies was visual arts. Like I love to draw and stuff, and I like to do that for myself and put it out there. And if people like it, people like it. But then when I started doing it as a profession and monetizing it, I absolutely hate it. Like the people who come to me for custom artwork or something, they have they like to keep all the creative control. There's all these boundaries and limits on you, and just dealing with people. Like I did not enjoy drawing for people nearly as much. It wasn't that bad, but I didn't like it nearly as much as just drawing for myself and just letting the creative mind flow. Whereas I also see that if you do monetize your passion, you never work a day in your life, right? Because you're just doing what you love. I don't know. There's a
So finding a balance.
So would you say the draw off is when you have to start dedicating specific times to do it? Like for example, if you're doing art, you're doing your own freelance stuff, like you're not thinking about doing it for someone, you're doing what you like and people happen to resonate with that is way better than, hey, I need this done by a certain time frame. So you're rushed. So then you don't feel like, hey, I'm not really putting my natural creativity into this. I'm putting like a forced creativity into it. And it gets worse almost. It's almost like you feel like I didn't really enjoy that I did that. And I feel like it wasn't as good as it could have been because my heart wasn't just into it anymore.
100%. That was so deep and emotional and beautiful, but that is
Oh,
absolutely the difference.
Oh, I got it out in time.
Are you crying?
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the lighting. It's the lighting.
I tried to sneak that in there, right?
This guy's fucking crying. But yeah, that's absolutely the difference. Is when you could do your own thing and people love that for what it is. Great. When people want you to do what they want you to do, it becomes a chore.
Yeah, when it's more like you're dictated as to what you can do versus just, letting it be kind of thing.
That's right. That's right.
Word.
All right, what's number 2 for you, Maddie?
I'd say dancing, and actually this is something that's funny because lately I found myself, I'll play some music and just like freestyle kind of thing.
Like freestyle dance, or you'll like turn into
freestyle
Eminem?
Dance. Like I'll just be like, boom, let's just see what happens kind of thing. Yeah, literally. But yeah, I don't know. Like it was something that I just, I obviously enjoy doing. For all of you that have partied with me, know that happens typically as I get a few drinks in. But yeah, it's something that lately too, like I'll be listening to some music and I'll just find it like kind of just like see what happens. I've wanted to watch like a few like one of these guys I watch, his name's Poppin' John. He's a really sick pop dancer.
Isn't that a pizza place? Papa John?
Fuck, man. God damn it. Fuck. That was good. He was on World of Dance and shit, but he had like this whole like 69 part video. At least when I looked, it was at 69 videos, of course.
Nice.
But
69 part, nice.
yeah, I was gonna watch it because it was the kind of style that I like to kind of freestyle to and shit. But yeah, that's kind of one that I just kind of get free to let loose. Just.
So are you that person? Because I'm this person on the commute to work in the morning, where you're like throwing up sick dance moves in the car and shaking the car while the person next to you is like,
oh yeah,
having a full fucking time.
100%. I'm just like, and I look at the window, like, just like, yeah, let's get it.
Do they ever get scared that you threaten them with a gun like that?
Yeah, they're like rolling through windows and shit.
Yeah, that window will save them. Kudos to your confidence. I'm absolutely that guy. If I'm dancing and singing in the car and stuff, as soon as I'm like at a stoplight, the song cuts and I'm done, and I'm a regular.
You put both hands on the steering wheel and like
100%. Yeah,
it's funny.
Really?
I think this actually changed for me once when I first moved to Georgetown. That happened. So I was like listening to music and I was like singing and I was dancing, and this group of chicks rolled up. They were maybe like 18, 19, whatever, and they were like pointing and laughing. And I looked. I was like, I'm enjoying life, and you guys are like mocking that. Like, why? Like, you gotta just you just gotta enjoy and embrace that, man.
No, I'm
He's
going to
gonna
call
embrace
you out
that.
there because I do see your point, and I can sympathize and empathize with that. When someone's enjoying life, let them enjoy it. Don't be the bully. But at the same time, you know goddamn well the three of us are those assholes that if one of the three of us are having a good time, the other two are taking that guy down a few
Yeah,
pegs.
that's how I feel every time I open my mouth in this podcast. I take shots and stuff. I get bullied.
Well, don't say
Chat gets
stupid-
involved. They're like,
Don't
look at
say
this guy.
stupid things, bro.
No, but like a good point that you were making is like even when we went to clubs, we used to be like the first people. There's been times where we've opened
we
up the
started
dance
the
floor.
dance
Like,
floor,
we've been the first,
100%.
and there are always people who stand on the sidelines and like point and laugh and like it's all skepticism towards other people, not just us. Everyone else dancing. I'm like, dude, you're the one standing there being like not having a great time where we're like dancing, living
Yeah,
it
we're
up,
enjoying
having
ourselves.
a great ass time. It's like I prefer to be on this side of the green grass than that side because they look miserable. Every
Yeah,
time.
What if his good time is laughing at you? Then do both parties win?
Then he should text me because then like we can have a shot. So,
You want another shot?
no, not that kind of shot.
And it's it's interesting too because, god damn it, I should have wrote this down. I knew this was as soon as I started talking, I knew this was gonna happen.
What do you?
Just so you guys
Yeah,
know,
I
we
forgot.
gave Matt a
Fuck.
hard time for reading the chat last time and getting lost in the conversation, where now he's just getting lost in the conversation with no distraction.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking brutal. What am I gonna say about it? Fuck it, whatever.
Want me to quickly mention something? I can quickly mention something while you think about
it's fine. It's fine.
So just so you guys know, we were going to be posting on Pornhub Live. We were going to try to find a way to do it. We were thinking about it. And we're like, yeah, like, why don't we just have an extra platform out there? And then I was like, kind of like reading like the terms in terms of like what you have to do. And I was like to understand this, I'm going to put on 5 sweaters and every like 10 minutes, I'm going to have to like take a layer off to at least like show that we're like progressing into what the terms and conditions are. I'll also have to pop a few oh yeah, like every so often. And I was like, yo guys, just be prepared every 5 minutes if you hear that. It's not me trying to seduce you, it's us reaching
It's us trying to seduce
a
you.
Pornhub Live. But then I read that like there has to be like some form of nudity, and I'm like, all right, Lee, take off your shirt. And
I'll do it.
He said no, and that's where we stopped.
Oh, well, would it be sufficient enough for us to do like a little sexy shoulder roll or something like that? Is that hot enough?
Why don't we try right now? We'll just submit a clip and be like, is this
We'll
our
see.
entry fee?
We'll see if
10
we get
million
banned off
views.
of Twitch's TOSs.
Oh, yeah. It's a trade-off though. We get Pornhub
dance moves are
Live.
too much.
That dancing is too sexy. None of this shoulder shit.
Our viewers are gonna have very drastic different names. Jerk off 69.
Matt fan 6969. Flubber Gem would be the same.
That won't
Yeah,
change. Yeah.
Flubber Gem.
That one's not changing.
All right, Lucas, you how about you hit up number 2?
What's number 2 of what?
Your number
Hobbies?
2 hobby.
Yeah.
I know I'm pretty discouraged from the first round, but we'll try again.
Yeah, this guy's number 1 was hanging out with people. Like he's going straight down.
I want friends, man. I'm just trying to encourage people to have friends to be friends with me.
His second hobby is talking with his mom.
That's serious, dude.
Yo, that's underrated,
We're
bro.
not having great
That's underrated.
conversation.
I enjoy conversations with my mom, but that, yeah.
So,
Go on.
Other than gaming, like, because I personally am the same way where I don't watch movies or TV shows. Like, they just don't, like, I lose interest very quick.
You just watch Pornhub Live.
Yo, honestly,
Himself on Pornhub Live.
Just jerking off a hobby. But I'd say sincerely.
To my brother Jake, it is.
Oh wow!
Whoa. A little backstory
Shout out
between that.
Jake.
I'm gonna cut off really quick. Dude, one time he literally, like, we're at the cottage and he's like, do you guys know Riley Reid? Porn star. I'm like,
Okay, let's take a
he
step
has
back.
extensive research on
Let's
the
take a step
topic.
back here. My brother's PlayStation name is Autumn Falls. She's a porn star.
She's a porn star. I didn't even know that one.
That's literally his PlayStation name. Google it. Unless maybe don't Google it, but
Don't
take our word for it. But we called him up,
Pornhub
like, bro,
Live viewers. Google
Autumn
it.
Falls? What is that? And he's like, it's a porn star. I was like, okay.
Dude, he was so happy to tell us. He's like, yeah, she's great. Great scene. Great hair. And we're like, oh, thanks, man. So I guess for hobby.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Do people think it's her when he plays online?
Well, he
I don't
does
know.
when he dies. When he does sound like a 12-year-old. So he does sound like a girl.
Does he do that?
I'd say for hobbies,
yeah.
as of recent, I have been like picking up, and Lee's gonna hate this one, but I started building a lot of puzzles, Disney puzzles in particular.
Oh my god!
Drinking and doing puzzles is actually pretty hype if you got a group. If you do it alone, I just drink. I do one of
the puzzle.
So my wife to be and her family love doing puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles, and that shit is the worst thing ever. Whoever takes joy in that, I pray for you. Like, good lord.
I'm on the same page, bro. Like, if I have free time, I'd rather I'd play some kind of cards versus a puzzle personally. I don't really know what's up with
for me. It's just satisfying putting the picture, like having the entire thing done, the picture set. You put in 1,200 pieces, let's say, which is a lot, and it finally comes together. Building in sections, and you have fun with it. It gets competitive too, where it's like you're building your section, they're building theirs, and you're like, yo, where's my piece? Did you see my piece? And it just becomes an argument.
Okay,
so
how do you deal with if a piece is missing?
Oh, dude, it's happened. I completed one time a Coco Disney puzzle. It took us like an entire night, 3 of us, and we were missing a piece at the end. Nothing's more frustrating than that. So I can understand where that sucks.
Oh, actually, it's ironic because I was saying, aren't hobbies supposed to be fun? But here I am being like, "Fuck you, kid! You're trash, potato."
Yeah, you're not having a great time with the game. You're always yelling. Like. You're always crying. There's been times where Matty has slammed his desk and he's like, "Fuck!"
No,
and he'll call his mom. He'll call his mom and be like, "I had a rough day today. Can we talk?" And then he'll disconnect from Discord.
Yo, so hold on. Real quick, back to the puzzle. What the hell do you do when it's done? You put it away.
Oh,
great job, team.
you take a picture of it
and post it on Instagram,
and then you throw it out. Yeah. No, like some people frame their puzzles. I know people who like legit frame them. I know people who glue pieces together, which is weird. I don't do that. I'm happy with completing the puzzle.
What do they use for the glue?
A picture showing I've completed it, and then I donate it to like Goodwill or something like that. Like I'm happy with that. Like I'm fine with that.
You know what? I actually fuck with the whole frame the puzzle, post it. Like that would be kind of cool to if someone had like a basement where like all the pictures on the wall were puzzles they had completed. I think that's kind of cool. I rate that.
Look, man, you can't flip flop sides. It's either your 4 puzzles. Or
I'm not saying I honestly fuck puzzles, but at the same time I can appreciate the art. Doesn't mean that I like it, but like
coming from this artiste down below who's like, oh, I'm such an artsy fartsy kind of guy. I like putting the artwork together, and it just makes sense. I like Pikachu's little whiskers, and then this guy doesn't like puzzles.
Yeah, I like to make my own art. I don't like to put other people's art together.
Yeah, but puzzles.
What if it was a puzzle of your own art?
Fuck that! I already did it. I'm not trying to put it back together. Who broke my art, prick?
That's true. That's a terrible idea. That's worse.
Fair. Yeah,
why would you do your own art?
That's a good take.
It's funny. I think maybe it was our first anniversary. I don't quite remember.
Like your mine?
Oh, Emma, what are your feet? This guy doesn't remember. Emma, call him out on that.
So my wife to be's sister. I think she's.
Sorry, let's hold on.
Yeah, call her something else.
Just call her like your fiance, bro.
No, I hate the word fiance. It's so.
Call her finance.
Emma, what's your take on the word? If you're well, we know you're in chat. You're moderating, but. What's your take on the word fiance? Do you prefer fiance? Have you guys have you had this conversation? Like, does she? What are her thoughts on the word?
No, we've both agreed that we are boyfriend and girlfriend until, and that's it. It's just one day we're husband and wife, but there's no fiance.
No. It goes from boyfriend and girlfriend to colleagues.
To amigos.
Yeah, amigos is actually pretty sick. I'm down with that.
Yeah. Migos. No, but yeah, so her sister had suggested that she gets me a puzzle of my dog. And now I can appreciate the sentiment there. And like the thought is, and to be fair, at the time, her sister and I, we hadn't been dating that long. So like her sister and I, we didn't know each other that well. So I appreciate the sentiment and the idea of getting me that. But thank goodness my girl knew me better. And she was like, Lee will punch me square in the nose if I get him a puzzle of his dog. And
so she has a broken nose. She got the puzzle.
Yeah, we always wonder what happened. Now we know.
Yeah, she got me a damn puzzle. That's what happened. Yep.
Can you give us a run through of what that punch looked like?
It actually wasn't a punch. It was an elbow, right up the top. Beautiful.
Nice. Good form. Dude.
So little
it
bit
would
of
be proud.
backstory because not everyone knows us all. Lee has a dog named Uncle Phil, who is
French bulldog.
French bulldog.
Yes.
Cutest thing in the world with, and I hate them saying it, with perfect butt swirls. Let that be like those comments are for you.
You haven't seen my butt swirls, bro. So hold your comments.
We have. I've seen your butt swirls. They're okay.
Yeah, Uncle Phil has got to be the cutest, dumbest, stupidest dog ever.
Whoa, my
by
dog
the way,
Lukasz
my name's
is
not
right
Uncle
here,
Phil.
bro. He's not cute though. That's fucking funny. Yeah, but yeah, fuck. Honestly, I'm on the same page, bro. Fuck puzzles. I'm not on that. On that tip.
No. I would say from my second hobby, and this is where you guys are probably gonna call me a frickin' nerd. Reading. I do like to read.
Yo, honestly, I fuck with that. I fuck with reading.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, says the guy who likes to hang out with people as a hobby. Take a fucking hike.
Yeah. Okay.
Come back when we're done this conversation.
Yeah, but hang out
If he
could
takes
be a
a hike,
book
bro,
club.
he'll smack
I
a
win on your
quinoa bar
part.
out of your hand, bro. Don't go on hikes with this dude.
Oh, I should have said hiking. I actually love hiking nowadays, but
sorry, let's.
Can't change it.
Are we gonna do this? Sorry, guys. So just for everyone's knowledge, last time we kind of reduced the amount of times we were interacting with chat just to kind of so that we could focus on the podcast and doing us. We were talking about we might read some of the or some of the top comments within. What is it? Half an hour? Is that what we decided? Every half hour, we'll check some of the top posts here.
Sure, or whenever we have a lull in the conversation.
yeah, I'm down for whenever.
Okay. So some of the ones we got. People want to hear about sleep paralysis. We might save that for a future one because I know
That's a whole combo.
Guys,
Yeah, we talk
actually,
about
you know what?
and stuff.
You know what we could do is we're talking about fears as one of our topics we've been talking about, and I think in my opinion, sleep paralysis is one of my fears. So we'll probably save that for a future topic.
Right.
I do want to call out that I can see Grace in here, Liv, calling a lot of you guys out. Not so much.
Not so much you guys, just Lucas.
Are you calling them out or are you shouting them out?
No, I'm just like quickly scrolling through what I had seen here. We appreciate you guys, everyone stopping in. Got the KG, got the Abby, got the Flubber Gem, as always. Appreciate you guys stopping in. But reading, I fuck with reading. I'm big on that.
So Lucas, why are you against reading?
Okay.
More
so, I was gonna ask why you're pro reading, but yeah, sure. Okay, so
this guy can't read. That's why.
I now am like I have to start reading because like part of my business is you have to start reading books in terms of leadership and stuff like that. To me, it's just not as interactive as I'd like it to be. And I started going for like more audiobooks, but like
I find less interactive.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, the thing is with reading is that you have to sit in a room and look at paper. And that's just something that I don't find interesting.
What?
That's literally what you're doing.
Bro,
I prefer an audiobook because I like multitasking and doing something interactive while I'm listening to it where I can zone out and have it in the background space, but then I also find limited where it's like,
okay,
when am I actually listening to it?
No, I disagree.
Now, sorry, hold on. If reading to you is sitting and looking at paper, you're obviously not reading because once you read the words, there starts to be a story.
I don't know what the fuck is happening there.
Yeah, like
what if I just can't read? I'm ashamed to say I can't read.
Yeah, there's a story in those pages that kind of takes your mind on a journey. So if you're just looking at the paper, I see why reading would suck.
No, because I get creative energy, like enough creative energy through the day from my own thoughts. I don't need to read a book to get different creativity from it.
But it's a good way to exercise your visualizing. If
I
understand
that.
Scenery.
I understand that. I think that reading is super important and that people should be reading. I just personally cannot connect with it. Like I can understand it. I can understand why people like it. It does not resonate with me personally.
So you're weak.
I'm just a weak reader. I'm that person who sounds like I'm like school.
This guy was the guy in school when it was his turn to read. Everyone's like, oh my god.
No, it's gonna be 5 minutes long for the sentence.
You're ESL, yeah?
I am ESL. We've talked about this in the last one.
So obviously Lucas is anti-reading. Matt, you said you're into books. What got you into reading? What was your first book that you really liked, and what got you into it?
Okay, so this is actually fucking hilarious. But when I was a kid, we'd go on vacation. We used to go to Myrtle Beach every summer. My mom made us do book reports on vacation. Yeah. Shout out, Mom. You know, I'm at where I'm at now because of you. But yeah, we had to do book reports. So I had to like read books. So
nowhere to brag about.
No. So I remember the one year I had to read. What was that book called? I don't remember the name. This is honestly how underwhelming of a story it was to me. Where I pretended I read and I wrote the book report like what I thought was gonna happen. And she fucking read it. She's like, "Did you read?" She's like, "You didn't even fucking read it." Like she's like, "This doesn't even happen in the story." It was like it was Huckleberry Finn. That's what the book was. So I like bullshitted that. I was like, "Yeah, you know, like." It sucked to be that guy at this time in this year kind of thing. But I was always like, I don't know. I read a lot of the Harry Potters when they came out until number 5, Order of the Phoenix. I stopped after that. But I think what really resonated with reading for me was, especially with the Harry Potters, there would be scenes of the movie when I'd watch it, and it was exactly how I visualized that scene when I was reading the book. It was like super weird. It was like deja vu when I was watching the movie. So kudos to obviously the author and also the screenwriters for making it, you know, bringing that scene to life. But I just really enjoyed reading, and I still do. I just don't do it often. I went to Cuba last January, and I read a book about it. I'm big on true crime. I think that's very fascinating. So I'd read one about the Golden State Killer, a book, and they actually turned it into a series on HBO. And that, like, I could, as soon as I had started reading that, I couldn't even fucking put the book down. It was a lot of, during the day, sitting on the beach in Cuba, drinking and reading a book. Like, that's how we spent most of the days in Cuba when we did go. But not that I complained. Like, I had a great time. Like, you know, nothing more relaxing than that. But
I love reading too, but fuck, I ain't going on vacation with you. I'm not trying to go to an all-inclusive read a book. What the hell?
Oh, really? Because that's the one time I would. If I was chilling at a beach and everyone's chilling, drinking, I would read a book.
So the thing was, it was just Julie and I at the time. It was the two of us, so we didn't have a big group to go with. So you know, we would drink. We would during the day kind of drink and read books together, or rather not together. But she would read her own book. I'd read my book, kind of thing.
You guys
she read to you, didn't she? She read to you.
Yeah. So what happened next? But yeah, it was. I did enjoy that. It was a really good book. And then when the Netflix or the HBO series came out, I wanted to follow up on it. But I'm a big true crime guy. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's the part of being able to visualize it yourself is really nice.
Yeah, you almost get to direct your own film at that point. Yo, but if you're really into true crime stuff, you need to read Mindhunter. Stellar book.
Not the show on Netflix, because I've watched all of that so far.
The show is amazing, and I read the book afterwards, but they're both still great separate identities.
I'll buy it on Amazon right now. Shout out Amazon.
Yeah, good. Do that. It's funny, the way I got into reading, I was never a big reader. And one of my exes before, when we were just kind of in the talking stages and just getting to know each other, really, like, we weren't that serious. She sent me this meme. I'm going to paraphrase, but it basically said, like, before you sleep with a guy, look at his bookshelf. And I owned 0 books. And
Me too.
Like, maybe read like... And I was like, yo, I got to start reading. My life is on the line here. So
that's actually funny.
I got into it, and I was like, what? I like this shit.
Yo, that means I'm screwed, man.
Because I put in 2 bookshelves because Julie had a bunch of books. And now they're empty. So if that's the case, I got to start reading, dog.
Yeah, you're fucked. Or not. Maybe you're not.
Yo, I literally have more binders of Yu-Gi-Oh cards than I have of books.
Okay, so I was saving that one. I am not ashamed to admit that one of my greatest hobbies is playing frickin' Yu-Gi-Oh. I am not ashamed to admit it. Anyone who wants to get on it?
No, I got into it. I
think that's sick. I think that's cool. Like, even Pokemon card collecting and stuff like that. I think that's wicked, having old school cards and just like admiring the artwork put into them, and like that whole, like, you've watched the show, you're into that, like, you like Yu-Gi-Oh, So you like the images they portray in cards, and just having that physical copy is so much cooler than just having it all online and accessible. It's like I actually own the card is so cool to say rather than like I made a deck online. I know it's
really,
kind of like out of reference for everyone else, but yeah.
Well, I just want to say like
loser, bro. You know, some people are obviously gonna say that. Not me.
to all the Yu-Gi-Oh haters though. Like I dare you challenge me because I'll banish you straight to the Shadow Realm. Like I'm not afraid to admit it.
He's not saying he's gonna lock you in a dark room. It's like it's a reference to the game.
I think
Get in the closet, bro. You're in the Shadow Realm.
You're in timeout, the Shadow Realm. I'm telling my kids that.
Timeout, Shadow Realm. You go. That's
no talking for 10 minutes. You're in the Shadow Realm. So good.
All right. Well, so Lucas, what about you? What's another one of yours?
Yo, I don't really like being put on the spot. I've been losing every battle. But
because life points are out.
Here, look.
I like doing recycling.
My God.
Going through recycling is pretty cool. I'm being an adult.
Triple R, reduce, reuse, recycle. This guy's an advocate.
That's it.
Let me ask you this.
No, but sincerely,
Okay.
but before we
I won't ask you then. I won't ask you.
Ask me. Ask.
No.
I want you to ask me.
Go on.
I can smell the attitude. Just send me the question.
I actually just didn't shower. That's it. No, but I was gonna say, how did this pandemic change your hobbies?
It's actually made my hobbies, like the hobbies I currently had, which were gaming
and hanging out.
What'd you say?
Hanging out with friends? How did it impact your hobby?
Hanging out with friends, yeah, that really took a toll. No, like for gaming and stuff, it actually enhanced that because I feel like as soon as the pandemic hit, people who haven't been online in years started to reappear online, and which was really cool. But also because I wanted to start video editing, and it really gave me time because no one's doing anything. I'm chilling at home. I managed to post over 20 videos onto YouTube on my own personal channel when I had 0.
You guys trying to promote on our podcast? Bro, get out of here with your post.
Yeah, follow me at follow me at nipple sprinkle.
Keep your 6 views, buddy.
It's 8 subscribers, dude. And
your mom and your uncle.
Yeah, so I started picking up additional hobby, which
Brogo.
was actually video editing, which has been super great, and like it got me really interested in other things. But also, like, I have a lot of friends who are gamers, like the loser over here, Maddie. Except he rages a lot, so I had to cut the clips.
Twitch.tv/Skillmatic. I'm obviously better than Luke's.
We're actually out of time. And so yeah, so it's really helped me like kind of connect with more people, being like, yo, if you want your videos done, I will edit them and completely take the rights and monetization for them, so you get nothing out of it, and then I'll sue you in court.
Yeah, Lucas is a great friend to have.
Piece of shit. Yeah. That's really it. I've been actually.
I'm in the same boat. Like, you know, obviously with gaming as probably my number one. COVID just kind of, you know. Now to Lucas's point, a lot of people who were like, I couldn't game before because I was busy. It's like, yo, now I'm just stuck at home all the time. You trying to play? That's kind of where that went. The one thing, you know, it's funny. I look back and reflect on this. I take for granted now all the nights we could have gone out somewhere, like drinking and clubbing. I'm just like, yo, bro, if I could go back in time to that moment, I would have went. Because I cannot wait to do that again.
I can't wait to just go out and dance. Just
for real, dude. For real.
But now we're gonna be those guys who are like in our late 20s, like going to a club with all these 19-year-olds and be like, oh.
No, that's only okay. You're talking about Nash specifically. You can't even talk shit. Glenn went there for his 40th birthday. It was a fucking hilarious time.
Okay, it closed down. So it's also irrelevant there. We've lost the conversation.
No, I know, but you're saying like it's only 28-year-olds or 19-year-olds. Like there's clubs that an older crowd will go to. We just don't know there because it's, you know.
Will you go with me, Gramps?
Age means nothing as long as we could tear up that dance floor and teach those.
Oh yeah, we could tear that up for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
Maddie might break a hip though.
That's true.
I'm almost 30, dog. Yeah, I honestly was thinking about it the other day. I drove past Nash the other day. I looked over and a single tear just down my face. We had,
so many.
Honestly, we'll have to tell some stories about like the nights we went out, like when Sean knocked that mirror off the cab.
Oh, chill.
Incredible. Yeah, we'll come back to that another night. You guys, that's how we'll keep you guys coming back every week. Is they're like, I want to hear that story. But let's keep it on the hobbies train. Let's talk about if there were no limitations from a financial perspective. Like, do you think there are other hobbies you'd partake in? And are there hobbies that you've thought about but have never taken up, and why not? So I can even, I could start on that. I would say I've thought a lot about DJing and really like doing it as a hobby. I've played some music at parties, and people are like, yo, do you DJ? I was like, yeah, dog, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Lukasz. And then they come and they're disappointed because it's just shitty Warzone. But
It's just him yelling at 12-year-olds that they're potatoes. No music.
There's literally no music. But it's funny because actually for our Christmas party at work, we one of my buddies is actually a DJ, and he was showing me the ropes on it, and I was like, yo, this is actually so much fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. And honestly, I don't know if there are any limitations in place that are stopping me from doing it. I think it's just the time commitment to like figuring it out, because it's obviously something new to me. But it's always something that I've like thought about doing, or even like making music, but I don't think I'm personally creative enough to make music from scratch. I think I could just kind of mix what's out there already. Like, I don't think I have the ear or the talent to like make my own type of music.
Yeah, I think one of the hobbies that I would love to try, and I just never got around to it, and maybe I don't know if it's really a financial thing. I think it's my own fears, but scuba diving for sure, because to me the sea is so fascinating. That shit is just crazy, but at the same time it's scary as hell, and it would be the most beautiful thing in the world, but I would 100% have a heart attack. That shit will kill me.
You know what? I'm on par with you with that, because I wanted to talk about this in the Fears podcast when we do it, but scuba diving is going to be one of them, because I only found this out when we went to Cuba in January, and we did scuba diving one time, and the concept of like having the mask on and being able to see around me through like 360 was terrifying, because it's like I always have to be alert of like what's there. And for me, like when that sunk in, I was like I don't like this is crazy. Like, this is terrifying to me, because like I don't know what's out there. And it was cool to see a lot of this, like, the sea life and shit, but I was like, fuck. I literally swam back to the boat. I was like, I'm like, this is cool, but like this is just it's like, it was like overwhelming. It was like, and open water in general I think is terrifying, but the scuba diving piece for me was like, I feel like I had to keep constantly like looking over my shoulder, having to with my awareness like see what's around. But I definitely feel you on that. Like, it'd be cool if I could truly enjoy that. It's just I don't know if that's something that I could, but I'd like to.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. No, you basically said everything I'd want to say about that, and it's
I'm sorry, bro. I stole your segment.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like,
no, but like I was watching Our Planet on Netflix, and like
sick documentary.
It's so good, and like the footage they get is just insane. Like, how do you capture those shots? And especially when it comes to the water stuff, like in the seas and stuff, and you see like the big feedings, and you see all the like this
Big feedings.
massive.
Is that Lucas's lunch?
Dude, I literally had a 10-inch diameter quiche today for lunch. It was a big feeding.
Yeah, we do have to go on a tangent on that, because Lukasz, this big tough guy's like, yo, I'm gonna crush this quiche. Yo, this quiche doesn't stand a chance.
What do you mean by big? What was that?
He ate like half of it, and then like he's sitting with like his pants unbuttoned at his desk, and like the fork just like off on the side.
His dick is out. It's like, bro,
there's crumbs on his chest and shit. I was like, bro, I thought you said you're gonna destroy this shit, and there's half the quiche still sitting there. Tough guy. Nah, nothing.
I didn't like being called out like that. Something to note though is that Lee was like still semi proud of me, so he's like, for that reward, Lukasz, you get 5 minutes of uninterrupted eye contact. And he like grabbed me by the face and just looked at me, and it was like the most beautiful moment I've ever seen.
No, that's not true. After his quiche, I said, well, now you've earned a quiche, and I gave him a kiss on the forehead.
That's much more believable.
Guys, shit.
For everyone here that's tuning in, if this is your first time meeting us, welcome to the podcast and shit. But Lukasz likes to take stories that are ours and tell them as his. We'll go into depth on this in another podcast, but that definitely sounded like, or he'll make up things and try to sell it to you as like, that's the facts. Is that not the truth? I swear 100%. Sometimes Lucas will be telling something like, I don't know, like, is that for sure? Like,
If it makes you feel better, even I don't know if it's the truth or not. I'll say something and be like, I think it happened though. I'm pretty sure it's true.
yeah.
I guess for me, hobbies. I don't know if you guys want to hear from me, but
let's do a vote in chat.
Everyone's gonna be like, no, take a shot. Fourth one. Like I've really thought about, because like I have we keep diving into fears here. I have a huge fear of fights. Of
You
heights.
should be. You
Of
should be,
heights.
pussy.
Of heights. I'm so scared. Don't hit me. Of heights, but I would love to do like stunt airplane piloting. I think that's something that's just so like cool and get me so out of my comfort zone that like I would hate it but love it at the same time.
Okay. Can we talk about how I need to address this? You have one hobby that's hanging out with your friends, and then you have such a specific stunt airplane pilot. Like, how many people have such
but even better, stunt airplane piloting with my friends. They're all with me.
So are we all our own
no
pilots,
consistency.
or we're just in your plane?
It's because I got them reversed. What I meant for my hobbies is stunt airplaning, and if I had money limitations, I'd want to hang out with friends. So, because I can actually pay off my friendship debts, because I have to pay my friends to hang out with me nowadays. COVID's rough.
Yeah, you think we'd hang out with this asshole for free? Not a chance.
I have to bring a 10-inch quiche and I have to finish it just for people to talk to me.
Yeah, how did you make it on the podcast tonight? You didn't even finish that fucking quiche, man.
Yo, again, I'm on this podcast because I supply the paid-for Zoom membership.
Yes.
So we have longer than 45 minutes. Is the only reason why I'm here.
Based on what I had seen too, also people were saying no, that you gotta drink. Someone, sorry, we're before the half minute mark, but also someone made a comment that there's a drinking game that has to be made around every time Lucas touches his face.
Oh my god!
Do I touch my face often?
I don't know.
making
Apparently,
Lucas
Flubbergem
drinking
called that
games?
out, so shout out to Flubbergem. But yo, honestly, if you guys in chat can make your drinking games and you guys call that out, we'll do our best to like follow with that. But at least that's something you guys can do to keep yourselves entertained while we keep talking.
Honestly, it should just be you have to take a drink every time you think Lucas is full of shit. So you're just constantly drinking. You're getting
And I constantly have to
wasted.
poop, so it's a lose-lose.
Is that not a win-win? This guy can't talk. Yo, also, why do you close your eyes when you? Why do you close your eyes when you take shots? Is that like a
Because I think of
normal
you.
thing?
I think of all my friends and my hobbies.
Or lack thereof. For
That's
both.
not- okay, yeah, okay.
On both accounts.
Quiche.
So, we don't want to get too deep into this. I'm going to bring this up. I think it's an appropriate time. None of us talked about social media being a hobby. So, right now I know social media probably consumes a lot of most of our time. And I don't know about you viewers if it's the same thing. But, like, what are your guys' thoughts on social media? Like, would you be like, yeah, I scroll, like... Would you consider that a hobby? Because, it meets the criteria we talked about where it is an activity. Most people probably enjoy it because you're laughing as you're scrolling through. You send memes and shit to each other. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I'd like to add a new bit of criteria to that. Is I personally think a hobby's got to have some level of skill growth. Or maybe not, just growth in general.
You've never seen how quickly I can like videos on Instagram.
Well, shit, you got me there. I guess.
I mean, your level of jokes improve as you read better memes.
Is that true? Do you have scientific proof, bro? Present
Yeah, I
it.
do actually.
Can you show us a Google Doc on your?
Like when I see you guys don't see enough memes, so like that's why you guys aren't funny. So.
This is the guy who lost the comedy vote this week.
Oh my god. I knew it.
First time in podcast history.
Yeah,
Lucas.
It's a tough call. It's one and one.
Yeah, you lose.
I felt it. I felt it when I lost. I had to take like 15 shots.
Sorry, I'm gonna jump in quick. It's been an hour. Should we do a shot at the hour mark every time we pass an hour? I think that's a good idea. No?
Fuck, pour it up.
Chat, everyone who's watching, cheers. Turning this wrong way, but we appreciate you guys tuning in, obviously. So cheers to another Friday night. Hopefully your guys' weekend's good. I know COVID's restrictions are kind of shit. One day when we get to maybe we'll do this in a more public setting with people just around. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that, but I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
I think it would even be cool just to get away to your cottage, just us three, and doing a thing, or just you two, and I'll just podcast stream in.
Yeah, we'll be like, yo, Lucas, we're not going to the cottage, and then we'll tune into the podcast.
We're full. Our car's full.
Yo, you went to the wrong cottage, dude. Cheers. But anyways, cheers, guys.
Woo!
Yeah. Social media. Sorry, go on, Lee. What was what you were saying?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, since there's really no growth involved, I don't know that I'd call it a hobby. I think it's like a way to kill time. It's like a brain number. I personally, I mean, it's a different tangent to go down, but I think social media is to blame for most of the shitty things. So in the first world, it's to blame for a lot of the shitty things. I don't want.
So then, what would you call something that consumes a lot of your time, but is not a hobby?
So social media as the example.
Sure. Yeah.
Time passer, maybe.
But then, what differentiates like a hobby as a time passer than something like social media as a time passer?
Well, because I think hobbies would have some sort of skill growth. For example, even if you're just knitting as a hobby, you're getting better and better. Even if you only do it once, but I mean, depending on the frequency. I'm sorry.
What if you get worse with the more time you put in?
Okay, so that's fair. So I should just say there's the change in skill is what determines the hobby. So whether that skill gets worse or better,
that's fair.
Yeah, the limit is 0.
Lucas, what are your thoughts? Any thoughts?
Nope. I'd agree with that. Man. I think social media isn't a hobby, but it's something that like a lot of people do. And even for like usually when I'm busy with school, there's been times where I've shut off my social media because it just wastes a lot of my time. And there's times where people will be like, yo, like I've sent you memes for like a whole month. Why haven't you responded? I'm like, dude, like that doesn't really benefit me. But I mean, at the same time, I can see where getting memes from social media can like it helps you in when you're in a rough place. Like getting like a good laugh every once in a while for those people who need it is super important. But I can also agree with Lee where there's a lot of negative shit that comes in. If you're that person who hates being left out and you see people partying every weekend and posting it on their story, you could be partying every weekend. You miss that one weekend where your friends go to party and then you feel demoralized being like, wow, I feel left out. Even though, dude, like you've been out and about every weekend where someone's been studying every day, not even like seeing your story being like, I feel left out. And it could be both ways.
Well, it sounds like this story is very. It sounds like this is a personal experience, like when we went to the Grand Bend and you couldn't come with us.
I didn't even read your story. I was dead. I was literally in a hospital.
I'm glad you brought this up because I think this is an important part where I think like right now, like social media's influence on people nowadays is like at like unprecedented levels. Where I know I'm fucking fried, bro. I didn't have dinner, so I apologize, guys. But I think social media right now is a place where, again, this is my take on social media. I apologize. I actually don't apologize if I offend you. This is just my belief. So if you don't agree with it, that's your problem, not mine. I'm the kind of
fuck you for joining in. By the
But my take is like I feel like a lot of people on social media post the life that they want people to believe they live versus the life they actually live. And I'm the kind of person where it's like the people who know what's going on with my life will know because I keep in touch with them outside of social media. Like I don't need to post on my story like, yo, getting drunk. Like I did that when, back when we first all met in,
just so you guys know, if it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can assume that Maddie's getting drunk. So he doesn't have to post it.
Tuesday,
I posted on private stories.
best friends only. Him and his mom.
No, Kel's my best friend. No joke. But that's the thing is, I feel like a lot of people post. They live this lifestyle that they want people to believe they have, versus like just living the lifestyle they want and they have. I don't know what the obsession is with like, presenting on social media like, oh shit, like this is what I'm up to. I don't know why I do that voice when I'm just like portraying people who do that. Some like weak ass Kevin Hart impression, but I don't know what's up with that. Like, you just gotta live the life you have and enjoy that. And it doesn't matter what you post on social media. Well, that's my take on social media. I feel like people get too intertwined with what their social media represents of themselves. It's like you need to be you, and that's all there is to it. Like, fuck your social media. Like, who cares? Like, that's my take. People again are gonna have their own takes on that, but that's mine.
Well, to dovetail on that, and I think that's a good point.
That's the like third time you've used that expression.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
It's not like your favorite expression.
Did you say ducktail the first time and now it's dovetail?
No,
I don't know if you're switching it. I
thought he said ducktail the first one. I was like dovetail. Now I was like,
I love ducktails.
Different variations.
I was like, I love ducktails.
No, it's always dovetail, and I've only said it 3 times because fucking Lucas keeps cutting me off. So I'll dovetail the fourth.
Fuck that guy, right?
Yeah, fuck Lucas.
But, yo, Chad, fuck Lucas or what?
No, I'm gonna take another shot because it's gonna be me again.
Yo, yes, and chats for Lucas to take a shot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, chat. Vote on Lucas taking a shot, please. We'd like.
Yes or no? Obviously, more votes wins, but go on, Lee.
Can I?
No.
No, yeah. Am I cut off? Did I use up my free trial?
I pay for the trial, so I can end this meeting right now.
Oh fuck! All right.
Well, what I was gonna say is that you obviously see all of the success people have, and no one ever rarely ever shows the grind it takes to get there. You always just see the end of the race. You don't see what people are doing to get to it. So it becomes demoralizing for a lot of people. Is they say, well, how come people are... Lucas is doing a shot.
Yo, shout out to you guys, dude. That's why we love you guys.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
But yeah, it becomes demoralizing to a lot of people because they just see like this life that they're not living, but they're not... And they're, people are going on vacation once a year and they're saying, well, look, this guy's on vacation all the time. But you don't see what he's doing. You don't see if he's in crazy debt, or if maybe he did go on vacation once a year and he's just using the photos from the past 5 years or something. Like, it just doesn't show you how they got to that point, and that gets to a lot of people. Damn, Lucas, you look rough.
Not by choice.
People in chat are saying you should do 2.
No,
so
to truck tail off of what Lee's saying.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, just a buck fail off that. Really trying to suck Krill off that one. If I could
try to suck
some. Chat, should he do another shot for that bad joke?
If I should just No, stop.
What the fuck? Can you say what that joke was one more time? Like, what the hell was that? What did you say?
Don't worry about it. So due to social media, I think nowadays, especially with COVID, do you feel that you judge people more when they have like group outings and stuff because it's COVID time? Like, you see someone and they're posting like a story of them like doing something very social that you're like, dude, like, it's COVID. What do you guys think about that?
No, because like, no. I'm not like, I honestly, for everyone that's out there, I just got Instagram back like last week because of the podcast. So I was out of Instagram for like maybe a couple months. So I don't give a fuck what people are really doing. I don't really judge them on that.
You don't, even though it is in a way affecting you because of lockdown, because of cases.
So here's the thing: is I got cousins that were out in Florida over the holidays. Dude, they were at bars and no one in the bar had a mask. And even right now in Vancouver, they're not locked down to the same extent that we are. So it's hard to say, because I do agree that you want to try to reduce the cases and the impact that it has, but not everywhere has the same impact that we have here in Ontario. So if you're strictly talking about someone that like lives in Ontario, then right. Yeah, maybe it's like, like, what are you doing kind of thing.
Do you think that you're more entitled because you have a pink hat?
Is that even? Come on, Chai. Is that a stupid question or what? Like obviously,
Okay,
pink hat means I know more.
But more specifically,
This is crooked
if it's
as
in
fuck.
Ontario and someone in Ontario is like at a house party and posts on a story, do you like think to yourself like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I actually messaged him and be like, "Yo, what's your addy, bro? I'll be there in 10." No, I see what you're saying. I do be like, you gotta do what you can to reduce those numbers because, the longer we extend this, the longer we're gonna be in it. I don't know if we should go down a whole COVID rabbit hole because that could go on for
Yeah,
a
fuck
really
that.
long
Everyone's
That's
talking
just
about
not
it
fun.
nowadays. Like, we don't have to go far into it.
So, we got like what? We're trying to aim for an hour and a half. We got 19 minutes left. Should we jump into our hypothetical for the week, or what do you guys think?
Yeah, man, let's hit up a hypothetical.
All right, chat. We need your guys' input on this. This week we've been I talked about this a bit at work. I don't know. Apparently, you guys talked about this a bit at your work too. Can cereal be classified as a soup? Let's talk about this. So, chat. You guys discuss among yourselves. What are your thoughts on this, Lucas or Lee? Either of you
No,
guys.
I don't want to go. I want to go first.
Because I'm gonna say first. I'm gonna say yes. I think it could be, bro. I think it could be.
Okay, so why?
Okay. So are we talking about like Google definitions of soup here?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Hold on. Let me.
No,
pull this up.
don't pull it up. Don't pull it up because I'll pull the definition and we're done. A soup consists of meat,
broth?
fish, or vegetables in a broth.
Okay, now here's where I'll argue with you, Lucas.
Okay, let's-
God damn it! Why did I talk? Why did I talk? I should have just been like,
okay. Well.
okay,
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
I think.
let me-
Okay.
let me-
Sorry. Sorry, Lee. Before you go, I think this is a great chance for us to say this is when we probably engage chat a little more because I think the hypotheticals are a great point to do this. Not every comment, but we'll talk about some of them.
Right.
The first one I want to call out right now is chat says soup is warm. That is
No.
not true.
Not
there
true.
are soups that are cold. They're languages that are not English. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But there are soup. Bro, I don't eat soup. I'm not like a soup connoisseur.
But
I just googled this earlier.
I thought a separate statement was there's languages that aren't English and you can't think of other languages. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, because
Gazpacho,
is one.
exactly. That's a good example.
Gazpacho. Yeah, exactly. I think that's one of them. So, Lee, what were you gonna say before we go into this?
So what I was gonna say first, I'd like to take back my first comment. And okay, so my new first comment is take that, chat. Not all soups are warm. Boom. Now to take Lucas to school.
Strictly live streets is what he wants.
No, not me. Don't take someone else to school. Take someone else to school.
Taking Lucas to school. Hope
I'm
you
still
brought
in
your
school.
binder, son.
I'm still in school.
Okay, so you said a soup has to contain. What did you say it was? Meat,
meat,
protein,
fish, or vegetable.
What about
or
wheat?
vegetables?
What about wheat? That's
Okay,
literally
no,
Google's
wheat is a
definition.
grain.
Was this
Wheat
my
is a grain.
Was this my fucking point or what, Matt?
Sorry, bro.
Jesus
I
Christ.
got your back. I'm on the same fucking page as you. I just
fucking
fuck
like it, bro.
Lucas.
I like
honestly.
Lee, tell him what's up. Tell him why he's wrong.
All right,
Tell him why he's
Lucas.
wrong.
All right, Lucas. So your argument is that wheat is a grain. Now, would you say corn soup is a soup because it's got fucking soup in its name, and corn is a grain?
Then no.
Therefore, grains can be encompassed in the soup category,
I would just say
as the main substance in the soup.
no, but the main substance of the soup is not the corn itself. Like for example, corn chowder is a bechamel sauce, which is flour, milk, and butter.
Okay, so do you see how you're making your argument in our favor?
I fucked up.
Say that a little slower. Say that a little slower.
You actually want me to say it slower? So it starts with the bechamel sauce, which is flour. It's a little bit of milk.
Okay, the example that I was talking about is people talk about broth being an important part of soup. So, with soup, you got chicken broth is your broth. The broth of cereal is milk, baby.
Okay,
You know
so now
what
we gotta dig into the definition of broth.
Do we?
Well, I'm just saying I know that's what Lucas is gonna bring up.
I don't think so. I was fine with that.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm fine with that.
No, not actually. Yo, broth.
Okay, pull it up, Lucas. Pull it up.
I'm not gonna pull anything.
Okay,
up.
so would you drink a glass of chicken broth?
It's good for you.
So is milk. So what's your point, bro?
Milk is not great for you.
That's such a lie. That's such a that's
because it's high in calcium.
I thought you were a nurse, bro.
And vitamin D, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so.
If you have a deficiency in
Milk
vitamin
is
D,
barely
hit your
even
boy
milk.
up, Matty.
It's mostly water.
Okay, it depends on the percentage you get, but yes,
Yeah,
pasteurized milk
It
is not
true.
entirely
It depends
the
on what you
best for
drink.
you.
It's not. It depends on what you drink. Same with yogurt. Most of it can be sugar based, depending on what yogurt you get. It really depends on everything. It's same with soup. Soup can be good for you too if you
Okay.
get.
Okay, we're getting too far off here though. So we're talking about what constitutes something as a soup? You have one of the ingredients, which is meat, vegetables, wheat, whatever.
Yes.
And we've now classified that cereal has wheat, obviously.
Certain ones do,
Okay.
but I think majority do not.
Then what the fuck are most cereals made out of?
Sorry, pardon me. So I think what I'm trying to say is that, like, yeah, most of them have wheat, like most of the cereals, but I would not classify them as a soup because it's a grain. Where I know corn can be classified as a grain, I think that's an exception. It's
Corn.
like
What
Corn
about
is
barley
classified as grain.
soup? Barley
yeah,
soup.
okay, but
barley is
it's the same.
literally a
It's
wheat.
the same. It's the same logic as saying tomato is a fruit. You don't put tomato in a fruit salad. That makes zero sense.
You don't know that.
It's a one-off. It's an exception to the rule. Grow
Okay,
up.
but then ultimately, can cereal be classified as a soup with that logic?
I personally do not believe so.
Now,
But then
now,
how
now,
can-
hold on, sorry. To argue your poor tomato argument. Yes, you don't put tomatoes in a fruit salad, not because it isn't a fruit, because it doesn't taste good. It's the exactly the symphony of flavors there is not complementary. It's
What do you
not
mean?
because tomatoes are not a fruit. So you
Tomatoes
can't
taste
say,
amazing.
so that's an irrelevant comparison there. Because we're not arguing that tomatoes are not fruits. We're just saying, hey, it doesn't pair well in a fruit salad. So that doesn't mean cereal is not a soup. You see what I'm saying? Your point made.
It's got a broth.
I see-
The broth
I see
is
where you-
milk.
I see where you
Debate
mean.
what you want. Is milk a broth? Yes or no? I personally think it could be classified as a broth. It's stuff that your soup contents, which are your fucking Lucky Charms. So I hope all of you tomorrow who have a bowl of cereal enjoy your bowl of soup for breakfast tomorrow.
Boom. They should make a Mr. Noodles soup. Cereal.
Isn't it already by default?
Mr. Noodles. Yo, so are soups cereals? Oh my god, I'm not ready.
It's gonna be one of those arguments. It's where like not all soups are cereals, but all cereals are soups.
Now that makes sense. Now
No,
I
it's
just
the other way
gotta draw
around.
a little
It's
attention.
all cereals are soups, but not all soups are cereals.
That works. I want to draw attention to Glenn's comment here about how it's like saying ketchup is a smoothie. I would argue that because like a smoothie is a blend of fruit with, let's say, juice, milk, yogurt, whereas ketchup is just the blended fruit. Sure, you add some sugar, maybe some vinegar, stuff like that, but that's like saying if you blend strawberries, that it's a smoothie. No, you got like strawberry paste.
No, you got a strawberry smoothie, baby.
No, if you just
No.
if you just blend strawberries with nothing
and water.
Okay, so you need a liquid to go with it to make it like a drink. Ketchup isn't a drink, so
Okay, but you're telling me you could blend together like 15 tomatoes and you'd have ketchup? There's got to be some water in there somewhere.
No, but it's not added. Oh, well, yes, there are added things, but I'm saying ketchup isn't a drink, whereas smoothies are a drink.
You obviously haven't enjoyed ketchup the proper way.
But
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bounce off this a little bit, but then is oatmeal a stew?
No, oatmeal's a soup, bro.
yeah. Well, what's the difference between a stew and a soup?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You're asking the wrong dude, bro. Yo, chat.
Is
What's
it
the
because
difference between
it's thicker? It's a little bit more thick.
Guys, what's the difference between stew and a soup? If Lucas is wrong, he's got to do a shot.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. Chat. I don't know. Please. Please.
So he doesn't know.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
Actually, what's funny about you saying take a shot is at our Christmas last year, Sky,
The consistency.
little sister of mine, she's 6. She made this song where every time we would drink, she'd be like, "Take a shot, take a shot," and then all of us would start singing. And you just literally did the melody, which is actually fucking hilarious.
Sick.
But yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know the difference between a stew and a soup.
Okay,
I really
so
don't either.
We see in chat here that it's consistency, but I would go again and argue, like broccoli soup, things like that. Have
Cream of mushroom.
Yeah,
like,
those.
Although it's thicker.
Fucker.
Thick,
Yeah,
bro.
but those have a different consistency than, let's say, chicken noodle soup. So how the hell are those two both soups still? I'd like to see consistency.
So really, chat, what we're trying to get you to determine is what's the difference between cereal, soup, and stew.
These are the real questions.
And what if in the morning I wake up and I want to have a breakfast stew of Lucky Charms? What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yo, now can you make a dessert soup? What is that?
I don't know.
Is that milkshake?
It brings all the boys to the yard, and like, damn right, it's better than yours.
Can you teach me? Hey, okay.
What's up, man?
Yo, DCMA, dude, we're gonna get shut down.
Yo, Lee, just for that, 5 minutes of uninterrupted eye contact.
Nope, turn your camera off. Turn it off.
Chat's complaining that we're making them do all the work. So
yeah, we are.
Actually, I like before this came up, I actually had Googled, can cereal be a soup? And there were some good arguments for both sides. But, you know, I don't eat a lot of soup, so I'd like to think it could be. Like, you know, the ingredients of my soup is Lucky Charms and milk. Boom. Actually, no, if you guys had seen podcast number 1, Lucky Charms wasn't even on my list of top 5 cereals, but I still fuck with them.
I think that's 2 chats in a row you lied to these people.
Yeah, but you also decided that cornflakes is good if you cut bananas. We're not going to get into it because it was stupid, but yeah.
Honestly, we found out from that chat, guys, that Lucas only likes dick-shaped fruits.
He's going to deep throat that wine bottle real soon.
By dick-shaped fruits, I mean,
only
I'll take any fruit that I can put in my mouth, like a watermelon, even would work. It doesn't matter the size.
Holy shit! Fuck! I can't believe it's almost been a whole fucking hour and a half that you guys have been hanging out with us. But we do appreciate you guys and your time. But we'll have to maybe you guys just shoot us an Instagram post what your guys' thoughts are on cereal as a soup. I don't know if we've established what the rightful answer is out of this. Because I like to think that cereal could be classified as like a cold breakfast soup.
Is it something that's just up for interpretation? Like how my truth is different from your truth? Like it's just, the worlds we live in?
Maybe. Like your color red is different than my color red, so what's to say your definition of a soup is different than my color of soup?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
it's exactly like that.
We got the colorblind folks in here. Doesn't mean they can't see colors, man. One of my coners is colorblind, and we just found this out the other day.
What's a coner?
A co-owner?
Yeah, that's what you said.
A co-owner?
Yeah, dude.
You can't just put those together.
Listen! It's not my fault, bro. You gotta listen.
Listen.
But,
this conversation has been extremely frustrating. So, can I switch to hypothetical?
Yeah, we got a couple minutes left. Yeah, let's do it.
So, this is for everyone, including chat. I know that we've been making you do the work. Good. Because you've been making me do shots, so we're even.
Got you there.
If you can transform at any point in time back and forth to your normal self and one animal, what animal would you choose and why? Now, I would like to hear you guys' opinions first. Lee first.
Okay. I'm gonna go. No, you see, you're lucky you said me first because
I'm taking a shot quick, though, by the way.
I
okay,
do. That's why I didn't go first, because you'd be like, a seagull? Why would you go a seagull? I'm just kidding.
Here's where I just want to clarify, or Lucas, just be honest with us. I'll go first, but just be honest with this. What your first pick was gonna be, and then what you decide to change after. Because I know your first pick is gonna be something real fucking stupid.
No, man.
I know it. You're gonna pick something like a trash pan or something. But I'll go ahead and start. I would either pick a golden eagle or a marlin. I'm picking something in the sea or something in the sky because I don't want to be on land anymore. I can do that shit.
Did you say Myron? You want to be Myron?
What is that, Gus?
So Myron, for all those people who do not know, is someone who we worked with, who was a very
maybe one day we'll
guy.
feature him as a guest on our show.
I would love him. I'd love him. I won't spoil who he is. But he has a Go ahead.
Okay, good, great. I'm glad you cut us off for that. That was great. But yeah, definitely, I want to be a bird because I want to fly, and I want to be a fish.
Okay, Nelly Furtado.
I'm picking one or the other. I think I'd pick the golden eagle for sure.
Okay. Golden eagle is also the largest bird of prey in the world, for those who do not know. Ostrich is obviously the biggest bird. Pretty.
Can someone please fact check this? Because I don't know, man. If it's a false fact, he should probably take a shot for that.
Yo,
Google it.
Can someone please Google the
check.
biggest bird of prey in the world?
Largest.
And tell
I
me.
think he might be. He might be right. He might be right.
Largest bird of
Google,
prey.
Can you please? Jack, can you
Golden
guys please
eagles
fact check
first,
this?
then California condor. So I want Maddie to take a shot for doubting me like that.
That's
I just
fair.
took one. I took one ahead of time because I knew you were going to challenge me.
That
Go watch the
doesn't
replay.
count.
I
Go
knew
ahead
it.
and drink
Okay,
another one.
Can we confirm that that's the truth? Because I don't want this guy to make me take a shot and it's not even true.
It's really it's really a bald seagull is the largest bird of prey.
There's a picture of Lucas bald.
Yo, I don't like that. I don't like
He's
that.
right. It is the golden eagle.
All right, I just took one, but I'll take another one for you guys because I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
coming
I
by.
took
Yeah,
like
we don't care
15.
about your first one.
Reread your source.
What? Okay, I'm
Science
reading it.
focused.
Oh, he's right. Number 10 is the golden eagle.
I just took a
Right,
shot,
right.
bro.
I don't care.
No way.
What's number one? Then what's number one?
I'm trying to find it. Number 1 is the
The
Eurasian
Andean
black
condor.
vulture. No, what? Oh, yeah,
What
sorry.
are you reading?
I didn't go down all the way. My screen
Yo,
froze.
reread your source, Lee.
Again? It's right. It's the Andean condor. He's right.
Yo, take your shot. Take two because I took one for you.
No
because I trusted. You know what? I honestly trusted someone in chat that they had the right answer.
No.
I'm gonna Google who this is.
You're gonna Google who's in the chat?
Yeah.
Who
So
is
yo,
Matt fan 6969?
SMI Brian, whoever you are, and you said, it's true, I Googled it, Lucas. Fuck you, dog. You should take a shot for me because I took one for you. Basically. And I took your word on it. This guy said, sorry, Lucas, I tried hoping no one would Google it.
Dude, I have one person on my side. One person in this whole world. Even my mom texted me being like,
Yo,
"This fucking
SMI
guy."
Brian, take a shot for me, please, man, because you just, I can't believe you did me dirty like that. I thought you had my back, or chat's back.
Oh, yo, Lee, you were wrong too.
Okay, yeah. I'll pour one up.
I'll just drink my regular drink, because...
Flubberjam, I appreciate you chasing the truth.
To be honest though, yeah, I do respect the fact that someone actually looked into it and not let me get away with my shit because I get away too often with bullshit.
Yeah, so SMI Brian
No,
is
no, he
definitely
doesn't
one
get
of
away
your
with it.
friends. SMI Brian is one of your friends for sure, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers, chat. Appreciate you guys coming through. Typical Fridays. We'll be here every night, 9 p.m. Friday nights.
I keep thinking you're calling
think-
the chat Chad. Well, who the fuck is Chad?
They're
I think I'm
chads,
gonna
bro.
pukezilla. I think I'm gonna pukezilla tonight.
This guy's already
Fucking
crying.
hope- Yeah, we should keep running until he does.
So you'd be a golden eagle.
Well, maybe an Andean condor now. I
Nah,
don't
you
know.
chose golden eagle.
Bro,
You're gonna be.
I'm actually the
loser.
spread eagle. Follow my
Maddie,
OnlyFans.
what-
Follow
Maddie,
my
what would you
OnlyFans.
be?
Honestly, it's got to be some kind of bird that can fly like long distances. I don't know a lot of them. I've only seen a few Google Earth or Planet Earth rather documentaries. I don't know the specific bird I want to be. I just want to be one that can fly because if I could change at will, then I could just like, fly into Cuba and teleport as I'm like landing and be like, oh, I'm here.
I hope you're some stupid ass bird that flies like a fucking seagull or something, or pigeon.
Yo,
Because you can't pick a cool ass bird. You're a pigeon.
Yo, he'd be a hummingbird.
I'm
for
just
sure.
stuck in New York forever.
So fast.
Yo, hummingbirds are sick. What are you saying?
Yo, but he's gonna try to fly long distance like that. And just fly.
Is that
over
your
mosquito?
impression of a hummingbird? Can we see?
Have
Can
you
we see
seen
that
a
again?
hummingbird? I am a hummingbird. I am.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
I'm busy.
All right,
Okay.
Lucas, what are you? Tell us what your first choice was, and then what you revised it because I know your first one sucked.
Okay, so okay.
I want to be a
you're right.
hamster.
I hate to say it, Lee is right. I usually choose incorrectly first, and then I revise my choice after I hear everyone else's choices because I'm not original. And so I would have
Yo,
chosen.
chat, clip that so we know for future when someone else has good answers. We know
I'll
that's
clip
why.
it for. Unfortunately, I'll clip it for you. I hate it because I'll post it and be like, "Here you go, guys. Like, here's the clip." I would say grizzly bear. I think that would be sick just because of how much of a beast you are and how fast you are. Like, imagine if you're in trouble, like there's people surrounding you with knives, and you turn to a grizzly bear, and you're like, "Yo, like, what are you gonna do?" You
Who is ever in this?
guys aren't knife fights. You guys aren't knife fights. But when I revise
this
it,
guy lives
I'd
in West Side Story, dude.
Stay golden, pony boy. I don't know if it's the West Side Story. I don't read books.
This guy just quoted The Outsiders.
Is that The Outsiders? I don't read books. To be honest though, my revised choice would actually be a killer whale, so I could swim. And I think exploring the sea is like
I can't swim.
sick.
I can't
One of my
swim.
phobias. I can't swim. Yes.
This guy went from grizzly bear to killer.
I only chose killer whales, by the way, because it's a cooler name than dolphin. So
They're two different animals entirely.
they're not that different.
Yes, dude, go look at Reddit, bro. You'll learn a lot about orcas versus dolphins.
Viable choice.
True. I can't believe this guy said grizzly bear and then killer.
Yeah, I like the orca choice. The orca choice is solid. The grizzly bear is kind of waste to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've obviously never been in a knife fight.
This guy's just gonna turn to a bear and walk home or something. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that power?
Yo, I'm gonna eat the full quiche.
Nice.
There won't be a forklift either. I'll just down that too. Easy peasy.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Well, fuck. It's 10:31. You know, we're trying to aim for the 10. You know, an hour and a half limit mark. So I think we gotta call it, guys. You know, we appreciate you guys coming through as always. You know,
I kind of. It's okay that you guys came.
Yeah.
It's all right.
If you don't want to next week, we understand. My hair is showing through my hat, but we understand.
Yeah,
stupid
guys,
answers like you want to be a grizzly bear. We get it.
we really do appreciate you guys coming in. If you want to go on the Instagram account and vote whether Lucas is in on the next podcast or not, we will follow your request.
Just a reminder, I'm hosting the Zoom call. So if you say no, the next podcast will be 45 minutes.
And we'll have to start a new one, or we'll
lockdown.
just be like, "Yo, Lucas, can you send us the password? We'll change it on him quick."
Yeah, we're just gonna have to mute his mic or something.
I'll just sit and touch my face for a drinking game and then just drink with you guys. That's it. I'll be part of the chat. Perfect.
We'll just pretend. Yeah, you can't even talk. You have to chat with us.
I have to wait for a moderator to bring my name up and be like, "Look what Lucas said," and just like block it anyway. It's okay.
I guess block from our show. Anyways, we appreciate you guys coming through. Again, next Friday, 9 p.m. we'll be here. Hope you guys tune in. Thanks again. Have a good weekend.
Have a great night, guys.
Take care, guys.